Hey everybody, welcome back to Game Time with John Eads. Another exciting episode for you today. We got one of the best defensive linemen in Baton Rouge and in the state of Louisiana in with us. Tyrone Morgan from Woodlawn High School heading into his senior year, currently committed to Baylor. He announced that recently, and he's heading into his final season of high school football before he begins his college career, and of course hoping to end it in a big way with a lot of wins, maybe a state championship.
Yes, sir.
That sounds pretty good, huh?
Yes, sir. We excited going into next season. Can't wait for it.
How's your summer been so far? It's almost over. It's gone by pretty quick, huh?
Yeah, it went by fast, but I think we got a lot of good work in, me and my team, and, we just ready for the season.
I know you guys are working out a lot. You're at the sand pit. Obviously, you're at Woodlon getting the work in. I've seen you doing some intra-squad stuff with Hammond, and obviously you guys are out there getting it in on the practice field. But you done anything fun this summer as well? Or?
We do. We always have fun. A lot of go to the pool or something, but it's mostly work, just working all day, being around each other at the school and stuff, building team chemistry.
What's been your favorite part of summer of 2025?
My favorite part of summer probably was my official visit to Baylor.
Okay. How many official visits did you take?
I just took one, all I needed.
That was it. That was the one. Okay.
That was the one.
Okay. So, your recruitment has really skyrocketed in the past year. I remember last summer, you're starting to make some headlines. You went to some camps and we're doing some good things and kind of getting yourself out there. You and I did an interview together. At that point in time, you may have had a couple of offers, right?
No, sir. I ain't had no offers.
No offers.
No offers.
Wow. And
that was my junior year with no offers.
And that was like July of last year heading into junior year.
Yes, sir.
And then 1 year later, here you are, committed to Baylor, and you got a bunch of D1s. That's pretty crazy,
sir.
huh?
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm blessed.
What was that process like over the past 8 months?
It was just constant grinding, with my coaches, Coach Chris, Coach Morgan, just in general, just working, keeping my head down, just pushing. I knew my time was going to come. Just had to be patient and work for it. So going into my junior year, I made all that work pay off and then achieve my dream.
What was like the full scope of offers you had? What were all the different schools? I know there's a decent amount of them.
Yeah, I finished with 15 D1 offers from schools like South Alabama, Baylor, Texas State, Arkansas State. Yeah, schools like them. And
you didn't want to go in OV at any of the other ones? You went to Baylor, you went to Waco, and that was it?
Yeah, I had other official visits planned, but after I just took my official visit to Baylor, I knew I wanted to commit. So I ain't moved forward with none of them. Okay. I just committed.
We'll get more into that in a second. I do want to ask you just what was it like when you started to get these offers and coaches calling you and stuff finally?
Oh, it was crazy, having different coaches calling my phone every day, every week, just showing interest in me. It's a good feeling, being recruiting. I love the recruiting process.
How'd you kind of navigate that? Because do you have any older brothers that have been through this at all or anything like that? Or?
Yes, sir. I got 2 older brothers actually that played played football at Woodlon. I'm sorry. And, they went through the same thing, college coaches recruiting them. They helped me out a lot. Okay.
Where'd they go off and play and whatnot?
They ended up going to some JUCO college. I don't know where, honestly. But, they played football. My oldest brother, Tyrone, he played receiver at Woodlon. And then my other big brother, Junior, he played running back.
Okay. And how much older than you are they?
My oldest brother is 28. My youngest older brother is 25.
And you are 18?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Okay. So, what advice did they give you as you were going through this? Because it's stressful, it's a lot. You got your schoolwork, you got to play the games, go to the practices still, and kind of deal with that.
The advice they gave me was just to stay locked in, don't get distracted at all. It's a lot of distractions, so, I be having to stay focused. That was their main advice for me.
What were some of these coaches telling you? What they like about your game? What they think you could bring to their program?
A lot of coaches tell me that I'm a good defensive end. I played a lot of 3-tech and defensive tackle my junior year, but they always seen me as that more stand-up edge and outside linebacker. So just playing that, they love my first step, my get-off, things of that nature.
Baylor's a big one, not a lot of people get that offer. It's a big D1, Power 4, Big 12. That's probably your best offer, would you say? So when you got that phone call and were extended that offer, that one had to stick out.
Oh, yeah, it stuck out a lot because Baylor was actually my second Division I offer after Mississippi State. So I got that call from Coach Caleb. He's not there no more, but he offered me there. Went on an unofficial visit there first. They got to get a look at me, and then after that, I got offered that same day.
Did he leave Coach Caleb after the past season during the spring or something?
Yes, sir. He left a couple months after he offered me. I'm pretty sure that he went to the Detroit Lions.
Oh, okay, nice. That's I'm from that area. That's my favorite pro team. So I'll have to look up his resume and stuff. That's cool.
Yes, sir.
How's your relationship with the new coaching staff?
Oh, I love my relationship with the new coaching staff. Coach Aranda, the head coach, he's a very good guy. Coach Hall, the new the outside linebackers and defensive ends coach. He really showed some interest in my game. Even after Coach Caleb left, he still wanted to recruit me hard. Really showed me love from that school. So it's a good staff over there.
So you committed while the old coach was there?
No, sir.
Oh, it was after. Okay.
Yes, sir. I committed on my official visit in June.
Gotcha. So you wanted to make sure you met the new coach, you guys got along, he liked your game and all that.
Yes, sir. We had a lot of talks on the official, got to meet each other, just bond a lot before I commit. So it just was the relationship with the coaches that made me want to commit.
And how do they see you fitting into their defense? What kind of scheme do they run to?
They run a 4-2-5. They see me as kind of the stand-up edge outside linebacker, dropping in coverage, coming down rush, things like that.
You like that role? You're excited about that?
I love that.
It's kind of similar to what you do with Woodlon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Exact same thing, going to get the quarterback, making tackles, making plays, just being able to move around the field. I'm excited. And they can see me, playing there early. So it's another good thing about it.
Yeah, no doubt. Dave Aranda's the head coach. He's been there for, I think, four or 5 years now,
yes,
ever since he was the DC at LSU. They won the national championship. How familiar with him are you? He's a defensive guy, right,
yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, Coach Aranda, a real cool guy. I met him on my official, got to talk to him a lot, got to meet him, and, he had that defensive mindset they talk about. It's not a lot. He knows a lot. Like, on my official, they told me that he has, like, a 12-hour video on YouTube just talking straight defensive ball, so it's cool to play for somebody like that. I can't wait to do it.
I believe it. You guys have had conversations and stuff and had, interviews or
Yes,
whatever.
sir. I actually, when I committed, he pulled me to the office on the last day of my official visit, and then right after we finished talking and I committed, I jumped into the pool.
He jumped in?
Yeah.
And you jumped in?
Yes, sir.
Did you get it on video?
Yeah, I got it on video.
You have to send me that. I want to see that. That's awesome. Wow. What was that moment like?
Oh, it was cool. It showed the love that coach have and the coaching staff just in general at Baylor. It shows a lot of interest. They made me feel like a top priority when I went on my official.
For a minute there, Dave Aranda, some people thought might be on the hot seat because, they had some good seasons. They were struggling. This past year, though, they finished, 8-4, and then, or maybe it was 9-3. They went to the bowl game, played LSU in the Texas Bowl. Played well. They lost there, though. How do you feel about the stability of the program after a good 2024 season there?
I think after the 2024 season, they did a lot, and it's a building stone for them. They had a lot of good wins. They picked up towards the middle and the end of the season. And, they had a good winning record. Obviously at the end, against Colorado, that Hail Mary at the end kind of knocked away their chances of making the college playoffs and actually going to there. But the bowl game they had against LSU, I think they showed a lot of fight. It's just a lot to build off of. They're probably going to win the Big 12 next year. Honestly.
Think so?
Yeah, so.
Okay. I was reading about them the other day in their, the preview magazines and all that. They got a really good quarterback, Sawyer Robertson.
Yeah.
The running back's back. I forget his name off the top of my head. Good
Byron
receiver,
Washington.
Josh
Yep.
Cameron. Byron Washington, was that his name?
Yep, the Byron Washington.
Yeah, nice
His
1-2
dog.
punch there. But obviously they play some good defense, too.
Oh, yeah.
What do you know about their defense right now?
Jackie Marshall, he's definitely going to be a top pick in the draft that's coming up. He's a senior from LaPlace. I got people out there. So he's hometown. I got to meet with him. Things like that on my visit. Plays the same position as me, so it's cool. Their defense is nice. Carl Williams, another local from MPA. Got to meet him. He hosted me on my official. So, yeah, they play some good defense out there.
I was curious about that because obviously Aranda's got the connections here. He was the DC. Jackie played at East St. John, where Coach Morgan's now the DC, right?
Sir.
And then Carl, I think, maybe spent some time at Madison Prep, I think Southern Lab as well, something like that. So he's from around here. So they like to come into Louisiana and grab some of the top talent like yourself?
Yes, sir. They love Louisiana kids. I think they're trying to bring more of us, and, that's what I'm trying to do, too. Now that I'm being committed, get more people from Louisiana to Baylor, help build that program and that relationship.
Anybody you're trying to grab in the 26 class that's, around here?
Yeah, it's a lot of them I'm trying to grab. I want everybody to come, honestly. I'm going to try to get as many as I can to come join on the ship.
That's one of the best states to get prospects from, including yourself. So did you grow up familiar with Baylor? Did you watch them on TV? It's not too far away.
Yeah, they're not too far. I watched a little of them growing up. I still watch a lot of them on college football, stuff like that. I never would have thought that this would have been a school that I actually committed to, but, I'm happy with that.
Where'd you think you might play as you were young, or where'd you dream of playing maybe?
Every kid dreamed about playing like schools at LSU and, Alabama, Georgia and stuff. But, as I grew up and, played more football and understood it, I'm just happy with I chose my choice. I wouldn't change it for any other reason.
Yeah, getting to play D1 and in the Power 4, again, it's like 1 or 2% of kids get to play past high school,
Yes, sir.
So you're in that very select group. So it's a great opportunity, no doubt. How far is Waco from here?
It's like an 8-hour drive from here,
Okay.
honestly. I took that drive first on my unofficial visit. It's it's a good place though. Waco, Texas. I love it down there.
What do you
Got
like
some
about
good
it?
people. The people, the food, they took me around a lot of different places to go out and eat down there, but it's a good atmosphere. It's not too crowded. It's not too busy or anything. It's just out the way, but if you want stuff to do, it's still stuff down there for you to do.
Yeah, that's cool. And there's like some kind of river by campus, right, or something like that?
Yeah, they got that big river right by the campus, I also like Baylor because they do that little Baylor walk, that Baylor line. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, so what is that? It's like the students run onto the field or something like that?
With different shirts on, with different means, get to run out to the field, then they form a line and let the Baylor players run through them.
Super cool. I remember they had a big game there a couple years ago, so College Game Day was out there, and Pat McAfee, Pat, right? He was like doing flips or something off of boats into the river, and then they showed the students running onto the field. I was like, what is going on?
Oh, yeah, they get live for
wacky in
game
Waco.
day. Yeah.
But it's cool. It seems like there's a
cool.
lot of people there that really take it seriously and stuff.
Oh, yeah, so they love football down there. They love the football team. It's a lot of different alumni that come together for Baylor. So when games come, they got a lot of good home games next year. So when those games come, they're going to be out in force.
Have you kind of researched the Big 12 and the history and the rivalries and stuff?
Yes, sir.
What have you found?
They got, Big 12, I researched for Baylor, who their rivalry was. So, big games like Houston and TCU and games like that, they actually play Auburn and SMU to start the season off next year. So they got a lot of good games coming up.
Yeah, the conference expansion, is bringing some more of those teams in as well. I think Memphis was trying to join.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they're going to get in, at least.
Yeah, they ain't get in.
Not right now, but it's just changing by the year. So it's exciting. Got a lot of Louisiana kids in the Big 12, too. DK Mays from Central, he's at Houston now. Rashad Sterling's there as well. So you have an opportunity to kind of see some guys you probably grew up knowing and playing against
guys.
them.
DK, that's my dog right there. I played against him last year right before they won the state championship and stuff. I talk to him every day. We excited to be in the same conference together.
What are you most looking forward to, as you think about, I know you still got this year coming up and we'll talk about it, as you kind of think about what you could do at the college level?
I'm looking forward to, just playing early, inserting myself just into the mix, my first year going in, locked in, trying to be a factor in my first year and get some reps in, just get my name out there in the college world. I'm excited about that.
I think you have the frame to compete right away and keep up with them physically. If the coaches kind of said that to you as well. You put on some weight since last year, I've noticed.
Yes, sir.
Good weight.
Yeah, I've been trying to get bigger. The coaches say that too. Talk to the strength and conditioning coach up in Baylor too. He locked in. He ready to work me, get me ready for that college level. I feel like I'm there too, with the right mindset, I could actually do those things.
If you could pick, what number would you wear? Would it be 4?
Yeah.
I would. Might be a tough one to get, though, as a freshman, but who knows?
Who knows, yeah. I'm going to be going for it, though.
Yeah. What's nice is that somebody on offense can wear 4 and someone on defense can wear 4. Right. And I feel like 4 is not a super popular number for a defensive player, right?
It's not, but a 4 is like a good number, It's my favorite number. So wearing it in college, that would be a dream for me to accomplish.
You like how the unis look on you, too? The green, the yellow.
Oh, yeah.
White. They got a black one, too, right?
Oh, yeah, I had
gray,
it, though. I threw the gray on.
Yeah.
For my official, wore number 0, actually. Though. I like how that 0 look on me, too.
Yeah. I was telling Lamar that. For some reason, I could see him wearing 0. It kind of reminded me of that big D tackle that Ole Miss had last year. Walter Nolan. I think he wore number 0, and just Lamar kind of, I feel like, is going to fill out kind of like him.
Lamar too big for 0.
You think?
He might be. He squeezed into that 5, but that's my dog Lamar.
Yeah, double nickels looks good too. So when I grew up, RG3 was huge at Baylor. Obviously, I think he was on the cover of the video game in 2013. Anybody that you remember? Baylor players that you liked growing up?
Back then, not really.
We grew up in different eras.
Right. Yeah. But like you said, RG3, that's a big one. They still got the Heisman Trophy that he won up there. They still talk about it, keep old pictures up and things like that. So, yeah, Baylor got a lot of good history.
Yeah. Oh, super cool. And I'm sure you'll learn more about it the more you're there. You see the names on the wall and the pictures on the wall and all of that. So taking it back a little bit, how'd you first get into football?
The first time I actually played football was actually my 8th grade year. I didn't get to play Little League or nothing like that, but I watched football, understood the game. I always loved it. And then, went into high school, went to Woodlon. So I really just started playing it from there.
So you got a late jump kind of.
Yeah, a late jump.
Yeah. Was there a reason for that? Parents didn't want you to get hurt or anything?
Yeah, parents were scared. My mom, she ain't really like the physicality of the sport, but, my dad pushed me towards it in middle school, and I just fell in love with it since then.
Did you guys have to convince your mom to let you play kind of thing?
Yeah, I had to convince her. Once my dad just signed me up, she couldn't do nothing about it.
That's fair. Well, I had a guy in last summer, Caden Jones from Walker, running back over there. He's at Southeastern now. Same kind of thing. His mom wouldn't let him play because it was so hot here, and she didn't want him passing out and stuff. So I think they made a deal that once he got to high school, he could play. So
you talking about number 94?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a dog. We played him last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unconventional number, but he made it look good.
Yeah, he made it look good. He's shifty.
Yeah, but same kind of thing. He didn't get to play when he was younger, but sometimes they could help you to start later. So that way you don't develop some bad habits.
Right.
And you're physically mature, so you can keep up with the speed of the game and physicality.
Yeah, I'm not mad at starting, football late and stuff because I was still able, to catch on fast and, to hawk some people down that already have been playing football their whole life. So it's just better for me to keep developing every year.
So you played 8th grade, you go to Woodlawn, so you would have crossed over a little bit then with Ricky Collins and Coach Randall, obviously.
Yeah, they were there my freshman year.
What was that like?
Oh, it was good having them D1 prospects, just showing us, what we want to achieve and stuff like that. Ricky and Jordan and them, they played a huge role.
Yeah, ESPN came and broadcast one of your games, right?
Yes,
they had the whole set there and everything over at the high school.
Yeah, that was the Zachary game that they played that year.
Because it was Ricky against Eli.
Yep.
Right, and they did some big, I think I remember watching on YouTube or something like that. They were doing some documentary series on the two of them and stuff. So
yeah,
you were out there for that game and dressed and all that?
I had to go to that game. It was a good game versus Zachary. They wore all black. That was Ricky and them last year.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game this year. You guys got a tough district. It's y'all, it's Zachary, Central, Scotlandville. Am I missing anybody?
Liberty's in there.
And Catholic, obviously Catholic. Yeah, that's a good one. Same with Walker and Live Oak and Denham Springs. That district, that one's pretty stacked up too. So when did you get to varsity at Woodlawn?
I started playing varsity my sophomore year. I started half the season. I wasn't starting the beginning, but towards district, I started making plays, just getting my name out there. So I took the starting spot. And
then junior year, continued to build on that. Got some more playing time, playing with Chase and Cedric and Trench Mob. That's what you guys call it, right?
Yes, sir. We was nasty, us three. Chase Walker, Cedric Jones. Those are my two guys right there.
Chase is at Blinn now,
yes,
right?
Sir.
And Cedric's also an upcoming senior like yourself.
Yes,
has
sir.
some opportunities. He's still hoping to get some more, I think,
sir.
right?
He's hoping to get some more offers. Some, college coaches sleeping on him and stuff, but this year he really going to do some stuff, and I think he's going to be big time.
Tell any recruiters watching why they should recruit Cedric.
Recruit said because his pass rush is nasty, best pass rush in the state, honestly. And, I know he might not have a weight yet, but look past that, just check his film out.
What are your measurables?
I'm actually weighed in at 6'3", 230.
Okay. And what's Cedric? He's a little bit slimmer?
Yeah, he's a little slimmer. He's about 6'2" and a half, 215.
Okay. He's still working on, putting the weight on and getting after it in the weight room and all that.
Yeah, but his game and his technique and stuff like that makes up for it. So he might as well. You'll think he's a 6'4", 250 defensive end.
Yeah. Well, it's it's good to have a frame that you can build into. I think college coaches like that, like yourself. Sometimes guys get to high school and they max out their frame, whatever that might mean. I read it a lot and hear about it a lot. So it's cool to have more potential. You can kind of, like yourself, you started football in 8th grade. Like there's a ton of untapped potential. I feel like that somebody will continue to get out of you at Woodlawn and then obviously at Baylor. So obviously a transitional year last year. You had a new head coach, a lot of new members on staff and whatnot. How did you think last year went for you guys as a team, and what lessons did you learn from it?
I think last year it was a lot of good things we built in the summer, things like that. Started the season off, lost to U-High 0-3, but I think it really set something off for us and, really showed us what we could be and the potential that we had. Things didn't go the way we wanted to in the playoffs. We lost first round against Bird, but I think we're going to come back this year strong and a better mindset.
Bird's a good team. I mean, it's a tough team to draw. And you guys had to go there.
Yeah, we had to go to Shreveport for that game.
Yeah. That's a long drive. How'd y'all do? Was it somewhat competitive? I forget.
Yeah, it was very competitive. We were stopping them a lot on defense. And then the final score was 20-0.
Okay.
Scored twice on offense, gave up some points. My bad. Their offense scored twice only.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Gave up some on offense, but, we just going to come back and keep fighting.
How's the offense looking this year? Ahmad's back for his second year starting, and you have some pieces back on the outside.
Yeah, Ahmad Price, that's our quarterback. He's a dog. Then we got other pieces on the offense, too. Trenton Bent, Prillia Sterling, Alton Phillips, our O-lineman, he's a dog. Jaden Robson, just our whole offense. I think it's going to be real good this year.
Trenton's back because I know he got injured in the summer, right, earlier this summer.
Yeah, so he got hurt during spring, which was a bummer, but he coming back, he hungry.
Good.
He getting them offers from college coaches.
Yeah, I saw him at a 7-on-7 thing at Elite. He was balling, man. He's making some really good plays.
All you know how to do is take it off somebody's head.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be nice to get him back for this year. So I feel like y'all can, have a good season this year and stack them up.
Yeah, we definitely looking to compete this year for a lot, district title and being competitive in the playoffs. I think we got a good chance of doing those things.
What's different about the team that you've noticed?
I think we just more focused and, we got more team chemistry, being at this 2026 class that we got. We've been together since freshman, just building our team chemistry, building our team up. And, now that we're the leaders of the team, I think we're going to be able to take us far.
Okay. So this is it. This is your last opportunity to kind of leave your mark on the program. So what does a successful 2025 season look like for you in senior year?
Honestly, that looks like just going far, getting the thing that everybody wants is a state championship, That's all I'm looking for this year, getting my team one, being able to cement, our legacy here at Woodlon. Mm-hmm. That's what we're chasing.
That's a strong legacy. I mean, you guys started, sophomore year and have kind of built it up from there, and now's a good chance to put a bow on it.
Yes, sir.
So, who's on the schedule this year?
First game of the season, we go to U-High University.
Okay. Hopefully it's not, super rainy and wet and everything.
Yeah, no more mud balls.
That was a fun game, though.
It was.
Yeah. Would have been better if y'all came out with the win, right?
Definitely. We was looking for that. We're going for it this year, though, against U-High.
So U-High, who else?
After that, we have Walker at home. They come to us. Right. Then Denham Springs, Westfield come to us, and then we go to St. Martinville before district. And then
where are they at? Like Lafayette area?
Yeah, Lafayette. We have to drive out there to Lafayette this year.
Got it. Well, at least it's not Shreveport. Right? So that's cool. Yeah, I like that schedule. Denham's strong. Walker's typically strong. Westfield, new staff over there. They got the running backs coach from Catholic.
Yeah.
But they're usually tough.
Right.
I got to go see what they look like at one of their practices pretty soon. But that's a good non-district.
Yeah, we got a real competitive schedule. I think we'll be able to do a lot with those teams, Yeah. It's going to be fun.
And then any big home district games you want to tell the Woodlawn fans to come check out?
Oh, yeah, we got a lot of good home district games. Zachary, Central, and Catholic all come to us this year.
Sweet.
There's going to be some good games. Catholic on our senior night, and it's on homecoming. So that's going to be not homecoming, Halloween, I mean.
I got you. Who is the homecoming game? Is it?
Homecoming game, Westfield, I'm pretty sure it's Westfield.
Yeah, okay. That checks out. That's about the time of the season. So you feel like you guys can, in these games against Zachary and Catholic,
Yeah, I think after
keep up, compete and all that.
Yeah, those some good teams, good coaches over there. But I think, if we start the season off strong and then going into district, we'll be able to compete with a lot of those good teams.
Okay, good. I noticed you've been doing some NIL things. You got some T-shirts you're selling. You're doing a back-to-school event. Was it this weekend,
Yes,
Sunday?
Sir. Yeah, this Sunday.
Why do you want to do things like that? You don't have to do that.
Yeah, I don't have to do it, but I think it's something good to do, give back to the community and stuff, because I get a lot of support from other people. So, just giving back to them and, like, things like the back-to-school event and the T-shirts and stuff is just forms of me to give back.
You want to give a little more info about when it is, where it is, so people can check it out?
Yeah, the back-to-school event is at 11 a.m. Sunday on Old Jefferson at the Ruckus shoe store. So come out there, bring the kids. We have Empire wings, snowballs, things like that out there. It's going to be fun, though.
You got to deal with Empire, too?
Yeah, I'm working with them right now.
Okay.
I know deals and nothing that been set up yet, though. This is just between us and Ruckus.
Gotcha. Because I know Emmanuel from U-High.
Yeah, man.
He posted like a ad for them the other day or something like that.
Yes,
so
sir.
It seems like they're getting involved, and that's a new thing, right? High school and NIL and stuff.
Yes, sir.
So it's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool. I love that what they're doing with NIL and stuff. It makes me excited. Just more reasons to play football.
Yeah, it's different. It wasn't like that even like 5 years ago. It wasn't even a thing for the college guys or the high school guys. So, anything else about football you want to discuss?
Anything else about football?
Anything we didn't cover you want to talk about?
I just want to shout some more of my teammates.
Yeah, please do. Yep.
K. Randall, Cedric Jones, I can't say that name. I wanted to. Who else we got? Joshua Covington, good. We got some good depth over there at Woodlon.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be looking out for it this year.
Yes, sir. Come check us out.
I'm looking forward to seeing how y'all do this year. Went to that practice against Hammond. You guys competed tough. Looked like their old line, just walking away from those one-on-one drills. I was coming back to get some more video, and they just tapped out, I guess. I don't know what happened. No disrespect or anything.
Yeah, you missed the good parts. Yeah.
I know.
It was fun, though, working against the O-line. They good work.
Yeah. And it's funny because, it's good opportunities for people going against you. They're like, oh, I get a chance to go against a Baylor commit. You kind of feel that target on your back kind of thing?
Yeah, I've been feeling it, since I got these different offers and getting ranked in the state. It puts a target on your back, but it's a good thing. I like the competition. I like having a target on my back and stuff because it just makes you have to play better.
That's how it's going to be this year too, right? Like if someone, not saying this is going to happen, but if it were to happen, someone like pancakes you or something, like, oof. Take that,
Yeah.
How do you kind of handle the pressure of that?
Get back up, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens in football. You gonna make plays, and people gonna make plays off you. So I don't look into all that.
Yeah, there's like 100+ snaps in one game.
Yeah, you gonna get pancakes some of the times.
Right. You just hope that you deliver more than you receive, I guess. Right. Let's do a few fun things. What do you like to do in your free time?
I like hanging out with my friends, going to the pool, going to Planet Fitness and stuff like that, just getting extra work in on the field, just being with my team, honestly.
You ever set off the lunk alarm at Planet Fitness?
Nah, I ain't never set it off, but another thing, this crazy, $6 Gatorades.
At Planet Fitness?
Yeah, $6 Gatorades with the membership.
Just for one of the regular ones that you can get at the gas station?
For the regular one.
Is the water expensive too, or is it just the Gatorade?
Just go to the fountain. That's what I do.
Wow, that is pricey. Jeez, hey, you're better off just going to the gas station by the
right
field.
Right there, yep.
I went there the other day and I got like 3 things for like $5. So, jeez, that's a bummer. What kind of music you like to listen to before the game? What's on the pregame playlist? Probably going to be adding some after the 25th here, right?
Yeah, probably some Fat Mag, some Fredo. The Young Boy, all that different music, just hype music. Or if I want to be locked in, some Rod Wave or Lil Papa or something.
Okay. Do you have like a ritual before the game, or you kind of just keep it low key and
me and
whatever?
my other D linemen, we actually walk across the whole field. Any team we play, we just go take a lap around the field, then pray together.
Okay, that's cool. I know some teams do that. Gets a little contentious sometimes. People get a little, upset when you walk into their space or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
It's you, Ced, and then I can't do it with Chase anymore, obviously.
Yeah, but we didn't reload it. We reloaded, Chase going off the blend, he going to do a lot of good stuff there. And, we just going to keep holding it down here at Woodlon. Me, Ced, Josh, Tyrese, and then, We got more than that.
Yeah.
That's gonna make some appearances soon.
Love it. Yeah, looking forward to seeing new people emerge. That's how it is. New faces every year, and
Yes, sir.
new dogs. Right. What's your go-to snack food?
Go-to snack food gotta be the little. I don't know if you've seen them in the gas station, but the little green pack of Skittle gummies. The sour version.
Okay.
I like them a lot. I like to eat them.
Yeah. That's a good one. I've had those before. I don't do good with sour food though. Sour,
you don't like that sour
and spicy. Food? It's tough,
What you eat? Hot Cheetos?
Protein bars.
Protein bars.
That's all I can afford.
Yeah, cause you buff.
No, not as much as you. Washed up, man. Sour Skittles though. There you go.
Sour Skittles. I'm telling you.
All right, you got a fun fact or a hobby or something that you do that in your limited free time besides go to the pool and hang out with your friends?
I don't like to say this on camera. But
Well, now you have to say it.
I'm the best at NCAA.
Oh, okay.
I've never been.
You don't like to say that on camera?
I don't like to show my talent, but I've never been beaten on NCAA.
Wow.
Ever.
By another player?
Never.
What about the CPU?
Never.
And you play on Heisman?
Never.
Oh, you don't play on Heisman?
Yeah, I play on Heisman.
Okay. Xbox or PlayStation? Or
P5.
P5? Okay, that's cool. I guess maybe we'll have to play once I get there. I'm not getting the new game yet. I got to win a natty in 25.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think you could do cross-platform or something like that in 26.
You going to pick a school?
So we
what
might
school
have to
you
set
going
that
to go
up. Probably Kent State. They're hopeless.
to?
Nice
We'll win a
unis,
natty.
too, though. Yeah. I'm gonna try to rebuild Kent State. You like doing that, too? Rebuilding teams?
Yeah,
and stuff?
rebuilding teams.
Who's your team besides Baylor, obviously?
I was just going to say, besides Baylor, I like playing with Georgia, Alabama, South Alabama. Teams like that. It's just fun. I like to mix it up.
Yeah, me too. I like to play with the obscure ones that nobody else plays with. So, all right. Well, there you go. You want all the smoke then? You want people to reach out to you and take you one-on-one?
Yeah, reach out to me. Come with caution. Playing me in NCAA is not a good idea, but yeah.
You've been warned. We might have to set that up then.
Yeah.
I'm not very good, but I want to see what I got against you.
Yeah,
So,
come on. We can
All
run it after this.
Okay. Noted. I got to win one more game. I got the Natty against Kansas State, and then I'm going to buy the new game. All right. You got a new DC this year. Coach Chris, he's in the room with us, not on camera, but what do you like about what he's brought to the defense and his new position and everything?
Yeah, I feel like since he came to Woodlon, he's been bringing stuff to our defense, helping build our D-line up. And, not just being the DC is just well-deserving. He bringing a lot of good stuff to the defense, Nothing against what Coach Morgan had when he was here at Woodlawn because he built a lot too, and we still building off that. But I think Coach Chris just brought his own factor to it, and it's just fun playing for my D-line coach.
Yeah, you got to bring your own flair to it and, unique perspective. So sounds like he's doing that. I saw Coach Morgan recently too. I was at a 7-on-7 in Laplace at St. Charles, and he was there with East St. John where he's at now, and he's doing well, it seems like. So he sits high. So, there you go.
Yeah, I talk to Coach Morgan every day.
I'm sure. Yeah. You guys had a good run last year, but, sometimes you got to take the next opportunity, right?
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to say as we wrap up?
Come check us out this year. The games, we got a lot of good home games this year. We're going to be a lot of competitive. It's going to be a different Woodline, something that I don't think a lot of people haven't seen since Ricky or Jordan. We're bringing the energy back, so just come out. Check my college coaches, check my team out. We're underrated, very bad. Besides that, it's good.
One thing I did want to ask you as we wrap up. With Baylor, you're locked in there?
Yes, sir.
Recruitment shut down and everything?
Nah, my recruitment isn't shut down.
Okay.
I'll still be talking to other colleges and stuff like that, but I'm still 100% committed to Baylor.
Cool.
It's just, that's my home, but just letting other colleges, just talking with them, with the coaches and like that, till commitment day, till signing day.
Yeah. Which is what, December, right?
I'm pretty sure it's in December. Yes,
I think
sir.
they have two now, the early and then the late. It's hard for me to keep track these days.
You gonna come to my commitment day?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be there. Just like last year, I think I popped by. You guys had like 10 or 11 guys signed.
Yeah, we had some guys signed.
Big one. Yeah. I think I told you at that event, this will be you this time next year. So
yeah,
there you go.
I'm committed.
So I only ask because things can change. You know, coaches can get fired like after one bad season and stuff. So it's good to keep your options open because a lot of the stuff's not in your control. You know, a coach getting fired is not really up to you. You know, it's kind of up to them and their current players and stuff.
Yeah, I pray nothing like that happens though.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, the team they got coming back next year there, I wouldn't forecast it, but it does happen.
You're right.
You know, sometimes.
Those things do happen. Yeah, I'm still 100% locked in with Baylor, but I haven't shut my recruitment down as of yet.
Cool. All right. Well, like you said, check out Woodlawn this year and all the talent they got. He's got the giveaway event coming up, the back-to-school thing on Sunday. We'll plan on being there. If you can't make it, we'll have some coverage of that on our news channel. But obviously, he'll be balling out on Fridays and then eventually Saturdays in Waco for Baylor. So, Tyrone Morgan, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Committed to Baylor. We'll be there for the next 3 to 4 years after this upcoming senior year. And we're looking forward to continuing following his journey all the way through. So thank you all for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Game Time with John Eads. As he said, sick 'em. See ya.